Hello and welcome. This is Marisol and welcome to my April Project Life pages. April started, I believe, on a Saturday, and it was part of week 13, which I showed in my last video, but I thought I'd show it again to signify the beginning of my April pages. For week 14, I have a 3x4 card as my title card with a chipboard piece. No embellishment on this picture, which is just a picture of my daughter knitting. For this pocket here, what I did was I put two 3x4 photographs on a 4x6 canvas in the Project Life app. This is actually a screenshot of a Instagram story, and I like that you can see the icons here at the bottom to signify that it came from my phone. I used a roller date stamp and a roller time stamp there. For this pocket, I did the same thing in that I used two 3x4 photos on a 4x6 canvas and added a chipboard piece there. This filler card has another chipboard piece. And for this pocket, what I did was I used a 3x4 photo and journaling on the right hand side of it. I actually used my typewriter to type that out and used a stamp that came in this month's stamp subscription, which I did show you guys in my unboxing video. So I actually used this stamp set several times this month, or in the month of April, because I wanted to challenge myself. Initially I thought I would use this for card making, and I wanted to challenge myself to use it in my spreads, and I used it several times, so you'll see that sprinkled throughout the month of April. Now I wanted to mention that this 6x12 album does have its limitations in regards to space, right? You have just the 12x12 size as opposed to the 12x24 size, which you get with a traditional 12x12 album. And so part of the adventure of using a smaller size album is coming up with ways of adding more pictures, or adding more words, adding more journaling. And what I did this week, I did several things. Like I said, I added the two 3x4 photos here and here. I added a 3x4 photo here along with journaling, and then I created a fold out journaling card. This is a 3x4, or rather a 4x6 card that I scored and folded in half, and I journaled on the inside. I added a tab so that I could pull it out of the pocket easily, and I used another 3x4 card with a heart die cut to create the embellishment that I added on top. And I found this to be such a great way of adding more journaling, and that's what I did. I added journaling about some of the events that I don't have pictures for, and I know I'm going to use this idea again. I may actually even do a video at some point of all of the different ways that I've added more pictures or more journaling into the 6x12 album. So stay tuned for that. So that was week 14. Week 15 is very simple and probably my favorite spread this month because of its simplicity. I have been taking the Storytelling with Project Life class with Allie Edwards, and in one of the weeks she talks about theme and theme stories, and tying your pictures or your journaling together through the use of cards or pictures. And what I did here was I used the design of the cards to tie everything in, and obviously the theme is love. And so these cards came in the kit, and they were perfect for the idea that I wanted to implement, which was to just have the 4 3x4 pockets be connected by a theme. Here I have the 4x6 space, or title card rather, and per my usual I used a 3x4 card, landscape orientation, and I just added it on a 4x6 card that complemented the colors in these 3x4 pockets. This Glow Like the Sun was actually a 4x6 card, and I really liked the sentiment. So what I did was I cut it down, stacked it, and adhered it to the photo, and I felt like it really sent the message of why I took the picture, which was, you know, the sun, the glow of the sun. So it was pretty perfect. I loved it. Love that card. For the pocket here, which documents my son's birthday, I added the stamp right onto the photo. I used another stamp set for the number 6, added a letter sticker, and that was it. For here, I just added letter stickers to spell the word ballers because my kids were playing basketball, and that was a lot of fun. Week 16 was the week in the life, and I decided that I did not want to skip week 16 in my Project Life album. So what I did was I printed a picture, one picture for every day of the week, and added the wood veneer days of the week that came in the Week in the Life kit directly onto the photo. And these pictures will most likely be in my Week in the Life album, and I'm okay with that because really, who's going to be looking at my Project Life album and my Week in the Life album at the same time and say, hey, you have duplicate photos? So I went with it, and I really like the way this spread came out. Very simple, and I love the colors. I like that I have some grays and a lot of blues as well. And no journaling, because all of that journaling will be in my Week in the Life album. So that is week 16. This here was a sticker that came in the packaging for the kit that I purchased from Allie Edwards, and I carefully removed it, adhered it to that card, added the date there, and used a wood veneer star and just stamped week 16 there on the bottom. So that is week 16. For week 17, I went with a theme of stars and shining bright. The name of the kit, it was actually written in the stars, and so that theme was sprinkled throughout all of the products that came in the kit. So I took advantage of that and used lots of those on my spread. For the title card, I use this card in its entirety. Usually what I do is I cut this down and turn it on its side and adhere it to a 4x6 card and use that as my title card, but this time what I decided was to keep it all together because I liked how this design complemented this card as well as this card and gave me the triangular design that I like. And I just added the dates and wood veneer stars. Now those wood veneer stars are not from the kit, and they are not from Studio Calico. I do not remember where they're from. Might be Citrus Twist or Gossamer Blue. I don't know. But I know for sure they're not from Studio Calico. For this pocket here, I decided to use the stamp set again and just make this a filler card. Use that vellum star and a chipboard piece. Another chipboard piece there and there as well. For this pocket, I added the 3 wood veneer stars along with a letter sticker. I stamped the word birthdays and wishes do come true. This is from an alphabet stamp set. This is from the stamp set that came with the April kit. Another chipboard piece and a piece of flair that came in this month, in April. And this picture was really busy, which is why I decided to not add anything to it, because one, it would get lost, or two, it would just be another distraction in the photo. So I didn't add anything to that one. And that is it. That is the last week in April, week 17. Thank you so much for spending some time with me here today and letting me share my pages with you. I always appreciate the time that you guys spend here with me. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. And I shall see you next month. Bye-bye.